Eep.
Hello everybody, I'm Steve from Mac84 and welcome to another Mac84 live stream where today we are procrastinating right before VCF Midwest because that's how I deal with stress. Let's see who's in the chat today. We have Mike of Mike's Mess, formerly Mike's Mac Shack. We have Sadback356, 1-Bit Fever Dreams, Toby's here, Dave's here, CDI's here, Adam's here. Let's see, who else? We have KMax here. Keep scrolling. Everything is Broken Garage is here. Rick's Random Retro is there. Yeah, let's procrastinate. I'm sorry, I'm a bad influence. I blame Tom Barber. Retrotech Chris is here. Joshua is here. We also have a Snick Boy. And Grant Savvy Sage is here. And Nick is here. Ron of Ron's Computer Videos. Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. Colin is here. We have Bruce of Brank's Creation. And I think that's it. Think maybe, kind of, sort of. Now, Ellie, well, more people coming in. My goodness. If Mike's here, okay, well, this people are coming in. So, one thing that I do want to say, because I'm an idiot and I set up the stream wrong, I was originally going to set this up in StreamYard. So my good pal Ron or somebody else, if they wanted to jump in and talk about some things, because Ron's hosting a panel, I'm his gracious co-host. If he feels like doing that, I could switch over the stream to StreamYard. It'll just take a minute. But just want to say hello to everybody. And I have some crap I bought and some crap and things and boxes and stuff. So we'll go through some of that. I have not packed yet because... but honestly, I'm not bringing too much. Hey, Sloopy, how's it going? Oh, gosh, more people. Jebsy's here. And, yeah, okay. So... VCF Midwest is in Elmhurst, Illinois this weekend. So VCFMW.org, I believe, is the website. And that's where we're going to find out all the information about this lovely event. I'm going to be there. A bunch of the fabulous people in this chat's going to be there. It's a great time. It's overwhelming, but it's a great time. Yes, Eep! Thank you very much, Ron, for the super chat. Be sure to attend Ron and Steve's PowerBook panel this Saturday exclusively at VCF Midwest. Gutbomb's here. Pretzel FTW is here. Ooh, pretzels. I did get that stupid keyboard, but I have not played around with it. It's still in the box. But yeah, so that's VCF Midwest. If anybody was like, what the heck is VCF Midwest? That's what it is. And yeah, it is overwhelming. It goes so quick. So fast. I mean, my goodness. Like Friday night is like all like setting up and excitement. And then Saturday happens as a whirlwind. You have to remember to eat. And then Sunday happens, and it's like, wait, I have to go home now? So, yeah, that's the problem with these shows. They always end, you know. But you have to have a PowerBook to attend the panel. Ron, put it in the chat if you want to join. If not, feel free to sit on your comfy chair and not. You don't have to. I'm just putting it out there. But I have a box to open that I got from the interwebs. Well, I ordered some things. And there's a person on, Facebook Marketplace or something like that. And they gave me some goodies. Oh, Ron will join. Okay, so let me try and set this up real quick. I have to do a thing with this, and I have to do this, and I have to go like this. Yeah, this is going to be a weird thing. I haven't done this in a while. Hold on. We're going to switch over. Or I'll sit on my couch. Let's see if I can figure this out. Because I remember doing this not long ago. And where's the button that I put the thing in? The button that goes to the thing. There's the button. There it is. My goodness. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing today. Oh well. That's what happens. So, there we go. You can. It is a sort of an undocumented feature, but it does work. So I have to say schedule for later. And I have to say, oh, no, that's the wrong one. It's this one, right? So create live stream. I'll get this yet. Drake, hello. Eric, hello. Wooden Gamer, hello. My goodness. All right, let's see if this wants to work. Settings. Oh, I think I messed it up. Hold, please. What I think I have to do... Yeah, this is what I have to do. I have to... Sorry, you're seeing how the sausage is made. And that's not fun, but, you know, it is what it is. VCF Midwest is fun. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, so I delete this broadcast. Then I have to click create. Then I have to create... go to live stream. I have to... Well, how do I have to remove a destination. That's what I have to do. Because there's too many in here. Remove. There we go. Okay. Add destination. It's this whole jumping through hoops sort of thing. It's my fault because I'm dumb. But let me know what you are excited to see or meet or whatever at VCF Midwest while I pull the levers here. All right. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do Mac 84. We're going to add it. We're going to go create. We're going to go this. We're going to click on that. We're going to do the thing. We're going to do that. So hopefully in a moment, Eep, thank you very much, Ron of Ron's Computer Videos. That's very kind of you. So in a moment, I should be able to do this, and it should switch over. Who knows at this point? So the screen may go blank for a minute. If it goes for more than a minute, just I'll be back. Don't worry. So let's try this out in 3, 2, 1. Let me know if that worked. Not sure if that actually worked or not. It did. Yay, it worked. Cool. All right, yeah, that's always a little touch and go. Yeah. I mean, look, it is what it is. I'm on a machine from 2012. So let me go back and just make sure my settings are correct. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Maybe. Yeah, whatever. It'll sort itself out, I'm sure. Eventually. One of these days. Fixes the resolution if you reload it. Hey, that's good to know. All right, well, there's a lag on my side because internet, but anyway. Streaming from a color quick cam on an LC3. Oh, God, that would be horrid. All right, sorry. I missed some of the chat because of my stupid shenanigans. Thank you, Ron, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Eep. So you get an extra eep from you. And let me just catch up on the chat here. YouTube thinks it's just lots of action. Hop on. Yes. And software's like, okay. Yes, Joe. It's a good explanation of that. Oh, goodness. Hope to be show up at VCF on Sunday. Awesome, Sam. That's exciting. Drake says, today's stream is brought to you by should, as in this should be working. You got that right. Let's see. Carther said it worked. Game Boy webcam. Yes. Refresh your stream if it looks like crap. Hopefully that'll fix it. If not, well, what are you gonna do? So I bought some stuff off the Facebook Marketplace. And I got this, which is a Nubus card with Ethernet. But look at the weird angle. Look at that. It's a weapon, you know. I don't know. I just thought it was neat. Why does it have 2 pairs of activity lights? I thought it was neat. I don't think I have one like this, and it was cheap enough. So I figured, you know what? Why not? It's neatish. It's for airflow, for ventilation. I thought that was neat. But anyway, I'm a sucker for weird cards and stuff like that. Hope the person who wins the FCFD at my giveaway likes it. Oh, that's exciting, Eric. Yes, Eric is doing a giveaway for an FDHD Macintosh SE. Oh, SJ Brian EXE, thanks for the super chat. Yep, I cut a hole in the side of an iBook G4 from last year's swap meet. It's a compact flash slot to IDE to compact flash adapter inside. Well, there you go. That's an interesting use of that. So I guess you could just transfer files quicker. Oh, and Ron's here because I'm an idiot and have not been looking down for the past 5 minutes. We're going to end Ron in 3, 2. I added you on the 2. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was mostly prepared.
Mostly prepared. Thank you for putting on the shirt.
Yes. White balance. Sorry.
What do you mean, Ron? What white balance? I have no idea.
Exactly. I'm not 100% sure what's happening here. But all my stuff appears to be weird. So I guess that's good. Hey, welcome to Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Welcome to the Wednesday before VCF Midwest, right?
Yes. So I'm procrastinating as well as you are, so that's good.
Yeah.
No, actually, down with me.
I will tell you what. Actually, this has been a pretty exciting evening. I went earlier because I'm headed up with Alan, my friend who lives here in town, who's also a retro computing enthusiast. He has 2 tables this year. 2 tables. And I went over there and I was like, and we rented the 15-passenger van so we can go up there. And I was like, Alan, you already have a 15-passenger van worth of stuff laid out here. And he goes, I know, I got to scale back. And I was like, all right, well, we'll figure it out. But so it'll be exciting. There's a lot of stuff that's going up there where it's just like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to take this to the free table, or I got to get rid of this, or we promised this to somebody. There's some stuff that's even heading back out east. So it'll be really crazy. Cool.
That's great though, because that's the best place to like, here's a bunch of stuff that I just want to find good homes for. I just want a little bit of money for. It'll go somewhere.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
It's kind of nice to be able to unload some of those things because I'm starting to get weird looks with some of the stuff I've got stored up there. Like, why do you have 20 of this? I don't. 5 of these belong to this guy and 4 of them belong to somebody else. And I mean, the rest belong to me, but still, not all of them.
Not all of them.
God, I mean, how many SEs do you need? Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15.
A 16 in case the 15 point doesn't work. That's
actually Jeremy's Retro Bar. I went by. He gave me a tour of his place one time, and his basement. Like he had like 30 classics.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, why do you have 30 classics? And he goes, I don't know. They just kept following me home. I was like, yeah, I get it.
Oh goodness,
I can see that.
So I have 2 more items in this box. Then we're going to open your box.
Ooh,
but
sweet.
as we open that box, we could talk about things and whatever.
Yeah.
This is not actually the exact thing I bought, but it's an example because the other one's in the machine. But this is a Sonic Crescendo PowerPC G3 processor upgrade card for the 6100 and 7100 and 8100 and similar NuBus machines like that. This is the one I had in one of my machines, but I actually picked up a 500 megahertz one.
Yeah.
Which the guy couldn't test, but thankfully it does work. This is, I think, a 233 model that I pulled out of it earlier. And they both have the pass-through adapter, so you can put the video card in it. And I'm going to be playing around with that. So that's going to be fun. And the last item in this box was something that people thought I had, but I did not. It's 750 meg zip drive. How about that?
Sure, why not?
It's metal on the top and it's cold.
Yeah. That's so when I was a kid, I could go to my grandma's house and they'd be like, oh, I got a stomach ache. Just put this on your stomach. Just put it on there.
just lay. Soothing.
Your cousin already has the glass ashtray. You're gonna have to take the Zip 750.
Come on, there we go. So now I just need discs for it, which I'm sure I will never find. But
no, I'm sure those are everywhere. You could just go to like Sam's and pick those.
Let's go to
up, right?
Walgreens. Do you have any Zip 750 discs?
Yes, I do. And they come back, and it's a bunch of Zip 250s, like duct taped together.
Yeah,
There you go. This is the same, right? Yeah.
There's a click disc like shoved in the middle.
Yes, like just please buy them. Please buy them.
We will give them to you for free.
I don't know about your Walgreens, but our Walgreens has like there's signs everywhere, like little yellow tags on everything where everything's on sale. And it's like, I mean, it's the equivalent of like having every file on your computer be like capital letters. It's like if they're all that, then none of it is. It's I don't get it.
Yeah, I haven't been to my Walgreens in a while, but you never know.
It's for the best, Steve.
It's
It's
for
for
the
the best.
All right, so we have a box here that says modems and microchips.
Oh yeah.
But
By the
you
way,
you said
very few
that
modems.
very few
on
modems are inside of it.
Very few modems. Actually, that would be great. I would love for somebody to send me like a giant box of like Global Village, those Performa modems.
Ron, got to be careful what you're asking for, buddy.
Well, I love those cases. They're very cool. Actually, when I first got back into this, I was collecting, and people like gave me that stuff all the time, and I was just like, ugh, e-cycle. I probably sent like more Global Village modems to their doom than like anybody probably. I sold a bunch and then I like e-cycled a bunch. It's crazy.
Oh, well, I think I don't think I've thrown any away, unfortunately. So
you just got to put 2 in a drawer, Steve. You come back in 5 months and it's just like they're just falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna zoom in so we can see what's in this lovely package you sent me. Now, this was way back at Kansas Fest because I am terribly
post Kansas Fest. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because there was one box that I sent you that had stuff. So this is decidedly less exciting. I'm trying to de-Garth Beagle my hair.
Way to downplay it as I'm opening it up. Like this is not an exciting box. It's mostly snail shells, you know.
Yeah, it's I think it's used dress shields, something like that.
That's where my underpants went. I thought I put it in the other bag.
Yeah,
it's all soiled laundry.
Yes, it's.
Well, we have
one time I did get a package from somebody, and they had like a previously worn like a polo shirt that they had shoved in there for padding, and I was like, it's not my size, but thanks, I guess.
Well, we already got some colors here, so this is exciting.
You'll like this. Never mind, you'll like this.
Earth Care Interactive Read and Play for Kids. Yes. CD-ROM. It's sealed. Yes. There's a frog on the back.
I know. but more than that, it's got the cool System 7, like back in the very early days. So this is like some early CD-ROM software. I mean, it's Windows 3.1 or System 7.
100% compatible with all CD-ROM.
Oh no, it says
we'll test that.
It says 607
or later.
Oh wow, that's crazy. But anyway, I saw that icon on there, and I was like, "Oh, Steve's gonna love this."
This is great. Now, if this is an archived, I'll have to open it up, Ron. This very rare box.
Right. I think it maybe is archived. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's archived, but it was sealed, and I just thought it was neat.
Oh, from Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
Yes.
Recyclable. I'll just throw this in the recycling.
Yeah, like a real hotbed of Macintosh software.
Oh, a classic.
Yes.
Featuring Alex Trebek. Contains 3.5 discs only, so 3.5-inch discs only.
Yeah. But it's the Mac version, but the discs are not in there.
Oh, come on.
I know. I immediately looked, and I almost just put it back on the pile, but they were like, yeah, if it doesn't go this time, it's probably just going to go e-cycle. And I was like, I can't do that.
It's in great shape.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's really good shape. Like, didn't even see any like light, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Frank is threatening about an iMac. Are you setting an iMac here? I don't recall that. Unless you got one, and I my brain hurt. So sorry. I'm scared. There's iMacs on their way.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. All right, we got some manuals here. Ooh, Plain Talk software kit. I don't think I have that.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know. I went through your collection, Steve. I know.
Very nice. Performa 400 series.
Yes. So now your Performa 400 is complete.
It's as complete as it'll ever be.
Yes. You just got to get the styrofoam now, and you're all set.
Ooh, 500 series. They didn't even bother. They were just like, you know
No.
what? It's
Yeah.
we're not paying for multiple covers here.
Close enough. I mean,
There's a
mhm.
Post-it in here. Performa 577.
Yeah.
I forgot they had those one-off digits
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm. So
I
that
have a
must have
fancy
been.
talk software, Bruce says.
Yeah.
Ooh, Apple Assist is 1-800-767-2775.
All right. Somebody call that number real fast. It's
If you would
probably
like to talk to Apple Assistants.
right. Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably that's what instantly happens with any of those.
This is an adult Apple line, you know.
Talk to hot singles in your area,
Talk to
and you
hot
get
genius apples.
and you
in
get
your-
on the phone, and they're like, my air conditioner's been out for like 3 days. Oh, I'm just
I'm trying to replace a capacitor on a PowerBook 150. However,
I like. There's a great Futurama joke where Bender is like trying to trick some guy when they go on the internet. And he's like,
yes,
I'm a naughty nurse, and I want company, and he's like $3.99 a minute. He's like, wow, you're $1 naughtier than most. He's like, so anyway, and it was like, how about the Mets?
yeah, how
Or
about the Knicks?
Yeah.
And he drops the voice. It's just, how about the Knicks?
How about them Knicks?
Oh, good, Frank. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes, I vaguely remember that now, but I was afraid there was going to be an iMac G3 showing up like on my doorstep while I was out of town, and my wife would just be like, well, this is going in the trash.
Allison would go out and pick it up and shoot like 3 feet of intestines. It would just be like, she'd just pick it up and it'd be like silly string.
Oh, wow. The sound effect just gets me. Macintosh plus internal disk drive. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool because it's like at a time where people were like, I don't know, this disk drive stuff is confusing to me. I need a whole printed manual to explain. I mean, look at how thick that is too.
It is. It's well, this goes, let's see the table of contents here. Give us an idea of what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
But just responding to the chat, there should be a parallel zip drive at this event. There should be at least 5.
Yeah, the people will be using them to hold up like the wobbly end of their table.
Yeah,
there will be that many.
I think there was one in the free pile last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the writer. I never saw this on some of these manuals. The acknowledgments of the writers, the editors. Usually that's in the back. But
yeah.
So what Macintosh Plus disk drive kit includes: updating the startup disks, about the Finder 5.1, new desk accessories, using folders, initializing double-sided 800K disks and about startup disks, and using the font and desk accessory mover. So
yeah, isn't that cool? Because it's like you have to explain how folders work. So that's like a very system folder kind of thing, right?
Hey, read this. Your Apple dealer has upgraded your Macintosh with new ROM and 800K internal disk drive. You have a faster Mac. So this was for upgrades.
Yeah.
This must have been for like a 512K upgrade then.
Well, or plus, or you could also give it out to 512K people. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but doesn't the Plus already have an 800K in it?
Yeah, it does. But here's the thing that's also on that page. When you switch on your Mac and upgraded Macintosh for the first time, a piece of yellow plastic will pop out of your floppy drive. Here's that piece of yellow plastic.
Yes. Oh, goodness. That's great. I love it. Thank you, Ron.
You just poop it right out.
Ooh, talking about pooping, the poop. You know, this is poop right here. Apple Top Bristol Network.
I know.
Oh, this is great.
Talk about some
these
expensive
diagrams.
tables. Yeah. The do's and don'ts. It's like a real Goofus and Gallant of how to like hook your
don't make a star chain unless you got the adapter. I love the arrows, like whee. That's great. Yeah, there was an article that I read ages ago that talked about Farallon's phone net and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there was rumor that inside Apple they didn't even use their own cabling system, because why would they? And I remember speaking to an Apple employee that used to be there back in the day, not too long ago, and he's like, "Yeah, why the hell would we use our own stuff? The phone net stuff is much easier, and or an Ethernet, but Ethernet didn't exist then, Joe." But,
Actually, I used to work for a place that had that one of the very first projects I worked on when I started there was stripping out the Apple phone net, or I'm sorry, Apple Talk, like all that plenum cable and stuff. I mean, because you wouldn't believe it. Like I don't remember what the longest length was, but it seems like it was like a 10-foot cable,
I think
and then they had like an interconnect that you
yes,
would like join them end to end. So you couldn't be too far apart, but they had a couple of links or a couple of runs where you had to go like a couple 100 feet, and they had a very expensive repeater and stuff that was like a third-party thing. So we went in and we were pulling all that stuff out and replacing it with phone net. And there was actually one person that was like very like, I don't want you to mess with any of my stuff. I don't want you to touch any of my stuff. And so they were up like on a catwalk above this shop area. So we actually just one day after hours, like just they for brief time they actually had where it was like that 3-pin connector to phone net.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we just stuck one of those in the middle, so we never had to deal with the guy.
That's funny. All right, we have I could learn all about AppleShare now. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
AppleShare File Server User's Guide.
I know, AppleShare File Server. So that's like a very System 6 kind of thing.
I like how it's like Mac 2 HD in all caps,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. This is because this was that an add-on at the time? Because I know it was included.
Yeah, I think if you install 608, there's specifically an install option that's like AppleShare Server that for sure installed all of the little extensions and control panels that you needed for
this is what I want my basement to look like.
Sales, baby. I think they're overselling it with the dollar signs. Use one. Otherwise it just says ale. It's ale. Like, how much is it? There's dollar signs.
These new anus burgers ain't gonna sell themselves, Ron.
No.
Oh, look at this. This is cool.
Yeah, I love the art and all that stuff.
I love the PCs. Like, they have to draw PC, so PC workstation. Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, if you had one of those really expensive Apple, like Apple Talk cards for PC.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
I don't think I had that one. I have a lot of stupid documentation, but not that one. Ooh, Apple File Server Administrator's Guide. Well, I definitely don't have this one. Now I can administrate my own server.
Finally.
I don't have to bother Bruce anymore, because that connection all the way to Australia and back is a little bit slow. Oh, Joe, I need like the top software. That's what I need. Oh, goodness. Exhibit idea: 7 network server version of At Ease. Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Just make the LC that it's running off of Cry, Oh, look at this. You could install an Apple II setup disk here on your AppleShare file server. How about that?
Yeah, netboot your Apple II.
Oh, wow, look at the Apple IIs in the classroom. It's Kate's classroom.
Yeah, I'm glad they wrote classroom on it, or otherwise I had no idea. So what the heck is that supposed to be? A printer down there?
That's an ImageWriter LQ.
Oh, that's what I kind of thought. Yeah,
because it has that big twirly wheel thingamajig.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay, Jeff. We'll see you at the next one, hopefully. I know there's always the FOMO of going to one of these events or you're unable to go and all that stuff, but there's always more. It's like it's like Thanksgiving.
They keep coming. They keep coming.
I sold so many copies of 755 over Apple Talk. I love watching the virtual floppies sorting themselves out of the screen.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
like cool. They kind of peel off and turn gray. Yeah, I love it.
We're on an AppleShare trend here.
Version no, AppleShare IP.
Oh, excuse me.
So even better.
Even better, says you.
It's using that internet protocol now.
Let's look at these system requirements here. I don't know if my system could handle this, Ron.
It's probably going to say like a 7200 or something because they want you to buy new equipment.
Yeah, they're
sure.
not going to tell you what you
no.
The system requirements. You need any Macintosh or workgroup server that uses a 601 or 604, 604E. They didn't even say 603. You know what? They're like, whatever.
No, I'm not. You're not getting away cheap on this. Sorry.
Or maybe, no, they had 603s before the 604s were out. It wasn't like a.
They did, but that was like the super consumer machine. So, and they'd already sold like a number of like 8100s and stuff. So they're like, people are using, or is it the 9500? Is that the 604? It's got to be.
I forget it.
Yeah,
brain hurt.
But they didn't want you. They didn't want you using no like B box for your for your Apple Share server.
Let's see. We have a date of. This would be a date in here somewhere. Really? All right, 1997. Okay, there we go. So yeah, they had 603 stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I get it. So, but you need in order to take advantage of the multi-homing feature, you need a PCI based Macintosh.
Yeah,
so there you go.
So that's why I was like, it's probably gonna be a 7200 or something like.
And you need OpenDoc.
Very minimum. Oh, OpenDoc? Forget it. Deal breaker.
Yeah, deal breaker.
You had me until you wanted me to install OpenDoc.
Ooh, extended 80 column text card supplement.
Yes. Nice. It's all the things left unsaid in the original 80 column card manual, which you could already club a whale to death with.
Look, this is just like to help you go to sleep at night. It's just like a little.
Yeah. It's apply one book to your forehead and just you'll be out in like no time.
Ooh, Apple Color High Resolution RGB Monitor Owner's Guide. Video icon, video socket, video cable. Thank you for explaining that, Apple.
Yeah, really... I was kind of, you know what? I was on the fence about tightening the thumb screws. I'm glad I got confirmation from the manual. Last time I did that, the monitor just exploded. But
oh goodness!
Thank goodness Apple has this worked out now.
I say I love these because they're actual drawings at this point. They're very slick drawings, but they are clearly someone sketched them out.
I love that monitor with that.
It's
huge degauss button, like right next to the power button.
So
you can go to turn the machine off and like scare the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm just gonna turn this off.
As a kid, I didn't know there was a second button there, but that was the monitor we had with our 2CX. So I remember pushing it once, and I thought I broke the computer. I went like crying to my dad. I'm like, I broke the machine. So Jeff asked, didn't PowerBook 3400 have a 603? I think so. I only have dead
3400. Absolutely. Yeah. You know what else the 3400 has? A welcome life at the bottom of a landfill.
I have two and they're both dead. So
yeah.
Oh gosh. Hey Keith, how's it going? Yeah, 603. Oh, speaking of what is it? WiggleWorks. What?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Right.
It's sealed too. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that kid is either ready to learn or burn your house down. The jury's still out on that one.
You know what? It's this kid that was on there. I know somebody as an adult who kind of like could have been them as a kid.
Yeah,
and they too have never visited the beach.
This is great. Thank you, Rod. This is all.
I know. I just really, and that's like some kind of partner software.
They had to put a sticker over it with the memory requirements. Hold on. Let's focus this bad boy. Come on. Kiss. There we go.
At least 5 megabytes. So that means every first generation PowerBook. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
No one could afford RAM.
So with this, I have peanut butter rhino, which is my favorite ice cream. Birds on Stage and Frog's Lunch, which I guess are captivating stories that I can listen to.
Yeah, that Frog's Lunch. It's like William Burroughs like tried to do some kid stuff for a while. Not so great.
Be an author and an illustrator. Oh, we got to make some stories here, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. Thank you so much. I love box software like this.
I do too, and it
especially
looked
like,
good. It
yeah.
looks good on display, is what
I
it
mean,
is.
and you didn't pay $39.95 for it, so
No, I paid considerably less.
the shipping might have been closer to that, but
Yeah. Okay, this is something I think you'll really like.
Ooh, Macintosh Services Directory, Winter Spring 1992. Look at the X there. Exact Mac OS 10 font. Like, we're pretty close to it. That's pretty cool.
They were getting ready.
I'm putting this box down for a second. My knee was falling asleep. Because that happens.
But what's great about this book, Steve, is it is a comprehensive listing of all the vendors that were partnered with Apple for different things at the time. So it is. That's the same photo he used for his college improv group.
Yeah, this one's good.
Yeah, but no, it's really cool because it's a directory of all these long extinct companies that were partnered with Apple to do different
things.
And
their addresses, their phone numbers, their Apple Link IDs.
Yes, isn't that cool?
Too early for a URL, but we have Apple Link IDs.
Yes, right. All the people, they were just like, Apple's like, we could put our email address. Nah, you better stick with something that's going to be around in 20 years. Better put, maybe we'll put your CompuServe ID on there too, but Apple Link's going to be the top one.
Ooh, I wanna attend this QuickTime forum, or at least contact their president, Christine Perret. I'm sure they're still doing that.
Yeah.
And apologies, the comments are going by real quick, and I'm reading stuff. So if it's important, tag me again, please. Thank you. Geographic index. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So you can find out where you can be like, oh wait, I'm not paying for shipping from Canada.
Ooh, I could receive the next one for free.
You could.
Some old man's gonna get this like in his mailbox. I keep getting these.
What happened? I'm waiting on my AARPs and I keep getting some kind of Apple, some kind of fruit company stuff.
That's the address.
Yeah. 123 Fake Street.
Yeah.
Springfield, Illinois.
No one's gonna respond to this.
Hold on. Read this. It's important. Is what Joe says.
This was $15.
I know. I paid considerably less.
Thank goodness. Oh, Joe, thank you very much for the super chat. Yep. I'm wearing Ron's shirt, so buy Ron's shirt. I have bunny hair all over it, but that's to be expected.
It's okay. That just adds a character.
It's like, wow, this guy must really be a slob. Yes.
It's got bun sauce all over it. It's amazing.
All over it. Just all over it. Ooh, we have something. Ooh.
Okay, this you're gonna like this too.
This is amazing.
Yes. Yeah. So what that is, and I remember seeing those back in the day.
Look at
because
all these logos.
I was sales adjacent on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And what that is basically a resource for educators.
Mindscape. Broderbund. Sorry, Ron, go on.
No, it's okay. Casting Green. Where what you could do is you could have basically like a Tupperware party to get other educators excited about doing stuff on the Macintosh.
That's awesome.
If you open that book up, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There's scripts in there. There's like table cards. There's things to hand out to people, like little flyers and stuff to get people, to get other educators excited about basing curriculum around this like $5,000 computer.
See you, Jeff. Thank you so much, Mike, for the super chat. Eep. And yes, I am a spork. Thank you very much. This is great, Ron. This is I love this logo here.
Yes.
Bring learning home with the Performa.
Yeah. I think the follow-up program was like, hey, sorry about that Performa stuff.
Ooh, we got CDs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's a bunch of software and stuff too.
Wow. So it's funny. I archived this ClarisWorks disc, and someone was like, "Oh, that's a really unique version." But I have never seen the rest of these.
Mm-hmm.
So we have.
But I'm just telling you, that is a complete sales book.
I love it, Ron.
For this program. Amazing. Yeah, I'm over there geeking out about it, and other people are like picking up ROM 3 2GSs. And I was like, "Are you guys seeing this? You guys are just walking past this." And they're like, "Yeah, that's great. Can you hand me my third Bell and Howell? Thanks."
Yeah.
I just,
Just
but
my spare parts, Bell and Howell.
yeah, it's I got a daily driver and a Sunday best, and one for parts.
I love how Claris is on the CD.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a Family Computing Workshop 3rd Edition, Active Chemistry Demo, ClarisWorks 4 Trial. Oh, that's a trial. Mine's a full version. Roller Multimedia, 1997. History of the World.
Part 2.
Eyewitness History of the World, Part 2.
It's Inquisition.
That's funny. I have this the full version of this Hollywood thing, but now I have the sampler one.
Yeah.
Hyper Studio, software for a media-centric world.
Mm-hmm.
The Princeton Review Inside the SAT 97 edition. Ooh, KidPix Studio. You can never have too many copies of KidPix Studio.
Yeah. Yep. So this exact thing right here, though, is from the collection of Roger Wagner.
Oh, wow.
So this has some community cred as well.
Sammy Science House, great game. Spreadsheet 2000. I've never heard of that. Web Workshop, the web page creator for kids. Ron, we can make our own web page now.
I know. I'm so excited. The Macintosh website's getting an overhaul.
This is going to be so bad. I love it. It's totally going on the Macintosh website. You and Joe are going to just cry. You're going to be like, Steve, you can't have a background of animated GIFs. I'm on my 3rd seizure today.
Yeah. You missed the one disc, The Ultimate Human Body, starring Kelly LeBrock.
Oh. Ooh, 2.0. For sale in North America only, Ron.
I know. Sorry, Eastern Hemisphere.
PBS is proud to support the blah 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 blah.
Yeah, this book was made available with a generous donation from the Chubb Group.
Ron. Ooh, sweepstakes entry. I wonder if it's too late. Ooh, Q&A. Here we go. Which computer should I buy for the home? Can I buy the same computers that my child uses at school? Your child will typically use an Apple II or Macintosh LC computer at school. Poor bastards. For the home, however, Apple has developed a family of Macintosh computers just for your needs. The Macintosh family was intended for... Yeah, okay, they don't even say. All right. Why should I buy a Macintosh?
Talk to your local salesperson that's two payments behind on his Datsun Z. He'll tell you exactly which Mac you need to buy.
Why should I buy a Macintosh? The Apple Macintosh family is known for its ease of use, called plug and play. Apple Macintosh computers are easily connected to other household electronics, such as a VCR, camcorder, and other computers, as long as you pay for that damn add-on.
Yeah.
How does the Macintosh compare to Intel's MMX? Oh, do tell me more. DOS clones. Does technology isolate students? Why is my Macintosh exploding? Typical questions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is great. Thank you, Ron. I'm going to enjoy this. I have a different educator guide that's very different from this. That is basically like worksheets and stuff. So this is...
Oh, yeah. Well, again, in the back, there's like little quiz sheets, and then there's like some table tents and stuff that are in there. Like little...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like such a hey, have a Tupperware party and get other you could have a table set up, or you could have it like in a computer lab, and you could have like a little tent set up next to the Mac that's running that program. I mean, I poured over this, but I was like, this is so great.
I'm gonna have to scan a lot of this if it hasn't been done so already. I'm sure the CD has a PDF of a lot of this stuff or whatnot, because they would want you to make copies and such. But that's really cool.
Yeah,
big space on the desk for this. Mm-hmm. Oh, Joe's going somewhere. Bye, Joe. Good night.
Good night, Joe.
I'm going to have a table at B09, B10 with a friend. Lots of Apple II shenanigans at the table. Ooh, that sounds exciting.
I'm at B2, Pink Boy, so I'll be down to see you.
And I'll be there too, bugging the heck out of Ron.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The whole time. It's like, fine. Steve, if you got to use the bathroom, stop peeing into the bottle. The bathroom's right there.
Right. Steve, that's the bottle I've been drinking out of. Can you please stop peeing in it?
That's why the lemonade tasted funny.
Right. My Nalgene. Okay, this is something crazy. Yeah, I know, and I have no idea, but it was on the free
data show.
Yeah. So it is a adapter doodle, as my friend Joe would say, for some kind of projector or like LCD like transparency projector, which were really popular for a while
There's one pin
before.
missing, Ron. I can't accept this.
Oh, that's a real shame. Please return unused portion for a full refund.
Please return unused pins. And there's a 1 and a 0 switch for Macintosh Plus, SE, and 2, and for the 2GS. So I guess it's just like, oh, I guess that switch box is for the. Now that's interesting.
I know.
The 2GS signal is very different.
It is. As a matter of fact, the 2GS signal has voltages and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
like on the connector. So it's like, yeah, it's like 1 volt. I mean, it's not like a lot, but it's still, you don't want it going places where you don't want it going.
Yeah, and this just says pad on it.
Yeah, because I think that's the end that actually plugs into the little thing that you would set on top of your overhead projector.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I just figure you come across a lot of weird stuff. So
yeah,
I just figured that maybe you might get the other parts of it. Yeah, and it smells like lemons. It's so weird. No.
Somebody put a lot of lemons inside of this. And let's see, Pink Boy 1006. You probably already know me. Been at Midwest since show 11. I'm Avery. Well, hello, Avery. I'm sure we bumped into each other.
I know. I remember last year.
This is a perfect segue for me to say, if you come up and say hello to me, I'm going to be very excited. But you have to say, "Hi, I'm so and so from so and so. I'm terrible with faces, and since your face does not look like your avatar, probably, or your username, I'm going to get easily confused." So.
It's true. I actually stayed with Steve at VCF East this year, and I came up out of the basement, and he was like, "Who the hell are you?" And I was like, "Steve, it's me. You picked me up at the airport."
I didn't recognize you with your pants on, Ron. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a common thing. Hold on. It's
Ron. I'm going to stop right there, or I'll say something sillier. Oh. We have more stuff in this box. My goodness, Ron.
I know. It keeps. I mean, you left that box sealed forever. I mean, I poked a couple holes in top so it could breathe, but oh yeah, like a million adapter doodles.
So these are mini DVI to DVI, so good for like around the 2006 iMac and early MacBooks and such. So those are good. Those are great. This is always handy. I could always use more DVI to HDMI.
Yes.
So that's perfect. I'm going to put that right on my video scaler because I'm going to use that. Oops. I knocked something else off. I like how somebody wrote on it so they knew what it was.
Well, you might forget.
Nice. And then what else is this? What is this? We have a
USB
thing.
Oh, that's why I was asking you. I was like, "Hey, did I send you that?" And you were like, "I have no idea."
So we have a FireWire 400 to FireWire 400 4-pin adapter, conveniently close to USB cords that almost look like it.
Yeah.
And then a USB cord. So I'm assuming this is just like a multi-head like adapter for either one.
So you could plug that into your Mac, and then whatever your device is on the other side, especially with FireWire stuff, where it was this, oh no, sorry, this is like the iLink, like Sony's little weird version of it. So there's like an iLink connection. There's like
that's
the 4-pin.
That's the only one. That's funny.
Yeah. And then just a regular pass-through FireWire. So that way it didn't matter what you needed on the other end.
Oh, there's a pass-through USB. So the USB one makes more sense.
Yeah.
The FireWire one is just like, we got it. We have an extra hole in this box. We got to shove it there.
But so there's B and there's an A pass-through.
Yeah.
On the FireWire side. Yeah.
Then
pretty weird, huh?
There is, because I see. Yeah.
Well,
I see FireWire.
Yes.
And then I see the mini guy.
Yes.
I don't see any
400. And then I thought it was iLink, but wait.
Yeah, all it is the 4-pin iLink. That's the only FireWire.
Well, what's the next one?
So then this is a proprietary digital camera one that Sony loved using.
Then iLink.
No, it's different.
Oh, okay.
Don't try plugging one into the other.
Well, you just got to push really hard.
Yeah, Canon. I don't know why my camera stopped working. I just shoved this cable right in there.
Yeah, I know Canopus and a couple of companies use that 4-pin connection, but on every device that they did that, they were like, everything must be powered off before you plug this in, or it'll blow a little fuse inside the device. Because I worked for a company that did video capture and stuff, and that all the time,
No.
they were blowing those fuses. So finally, what we did is we just opened up the box and just put a resettable fuse inside.
Oh, nice. So there you go.
Yeah. Hey, it passed quality control.
It's got to be good for something.
It's got to be good.
Now we have a box in here. Visual Database System Serial Interface for non-RS-232 video disc players. Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Ron's like, what crap did I shoehorn on Steve? I forgot.
Well, it's been a hot minute. So I'm
sorry.
That's okay. I can't always remember. I was excited at the time. So this is like showing Sammy Jenkins, is that the guy from Memento?
Sure.
I can't remember. But this is like showing him. He's already forgotten. It's a new thing every time.
Here we go.
But I know
prevent damage.
But you had some sort of Laserdisc thing. You needed the interface.
Yes.
That it would hook in with HyperCard.
Yes, and I think my particular player has mine is the LD 4400. This is for the LD 4200. I think they're very similar. I have to archive this disc. But yeah, I guess the serial interfaces were different enough that some company decided that they could sell you this adapter box.
Yes.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a power jack. We have an audio jack. How the hell does this work?
Yeah, it's a big mess of wires, that's for sure.
So we have a serial cable coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have what look like audio and maybe video jacks, but one cannot be so sure. But very interesting.
Yeah, it made my head hurt, so I just very quickly shut the box.
It's like Steve will figure this out, or his head will explode. Who cares? Oh, CDs and similar equipment.
Yeah. So your CED player, you've got the only CED serial controlled.
You just plug it in and it explodes.
It's the stylus just breaks. Just shatters it with some sort of sonic charge.
Yeah, the diamond stylus and just explodes.
Ping! It's just dust when you open it up.
Oh, click on VDS intro to start program. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For HyperCard stacks and modified drivers.
For the Plus, the SE, and the Mac 2.
Where's the 2 button on this keyboard? We'll just do this. Thank you, Ron.
I gotta put 2 L's next to each other. Forget it. That's
not how I was brought up.
Nah, that seems unnatural.
Thank you, Ron. That's the most pleasant box. That I'm sorry it took me forever to open.
No, it's all right. I had a great time packing it and shipping it,
and then the endless waiting.
It was worth it.
I'm putting all this stuff carefully back in here so I don't damage it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way before Midwest I'm gonna put these things on shelves in a proper way. They'll just collect hay dust. Delicious hay dust.
Yeah, I mean it's better the second time, but still.
Now I have
that's a rabbit joke, folks.
Oh boy. I have one box open, which I think has one item in it, and then we could plug the hell out of your panel that I'm helping you co-host.
Okay.
So this is from Retrotech Chris.
Oh yeah.
And this was, is there a date on here? This is from earlier in August. And I am excited about what this is because, as you'll see, I have a problem. Well, more than the problems you're thinking about right now. I could put this bubble wrap directly into my luggage.
Mm-hmm.
It would help if the camera was pointed at me as I'm making dumb.
I like that the sounds are happening off screen because then I could just imagine it's anything.
This is a visual show and tell without the visual.
Yeah, it's a real tell not show. It's
Guess what the box is? Just by the sound.
Yeah.
So we have an Apple ImageWriter user guide.
Finally.
Part 1. Part 1. This was the 6th one they've had, I'm sure. Very good shape. Ooh, we have the character set reference card that's not ripped out.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to reference those characters. Let me read a favorite verse, if I may. Control codes. The second and most common way to override the microprocessor rules and the dip switch settings as well is to send special control codes to your computer. Apple II forever.
Right. Yes. Amen.
But here's the exciting part. An accessory kit for the ImageWriter for the Apple II.
Yep.
Look at that.
Look at those accessories. You know what the accessories are? A set of earplugs.
Yeah. You're gonna need this kit, I swear.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and print this. It was I like how parents were like, I just printed a draft so that we don't have to hear this forever. But it's like 3 times louder.
This is sealed. This is sealed.
It's because it belongs in a museum, Steve.
Oh no, I think it was resealed. I don't know, but the label isn't ripped. How does one do?
I would just cut it.
Yeah,
it's made it this long.
I don't know, chat. What should I do, chat? What should I do? It's sealed, Ron.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what's in there, especially since it doesn't say what's in there. Get an X-Acto and just make a really fine cut and open it.
I guess. But now I lose all the rare Steve Jobs.
Well, here's the deal. You've just increased the value of other people's. That's what, like when I see people that they're like, yeah, will it blend a copy of like Little Samson for the NES? They're like, I just made your copy more valuable. Calm down. Oh, it's serious. Steve had to look over his glasses.
Yes. That only started happening a week or so ago.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's so funny. There is a big toy show in St. Louis, or at least there used to be. I don't know if it's still around, but it used to be
80 years ago. There was a toy show.
Toy Man Toy Show, and somebody went there and they picked up a copy of like stadium events.
Oh wow!
And they were like, I don't know, like they were kind of on the fence, like they were, is it real? Is it not real? Or something. It was a loose copy of stadium events. And people were just like, don't open the cartridge. You'll destroy the value. Because it was like, I'm going to open this up and see if it's really a stadium events board.
You have to see if it's legit or not.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, just the uproar of people that were like, oh, you'll understand. And they were like, well, here's the deal. If I open it up and it's worthless, because I think they only paid like $200 because the people were like, I know what I got, but maybe not.
But maybe not.
Maybe not. Well, according to
I got a car payment to make on my Toyota Fiesta or Fiesta or whatever.
Well, according to this Funko Land price guide, it's worth $200. Oh my gosh, did you ever see one of those, like where like kind of when the NES, like nobody cared? It was just like Atari 2600 stuff is now.
Oh, I have some of those old newspapers.
Yeah, those FuncoLand price sheets, and it's like they were buying copies of Super Mario Brothers for like 45 cents.
Oh my! So we used to go to the Funko Land, and
Mhm.
we couldn't do anything in the store
Yeah.
except pick up the price guide and leave. That's all we were allowed to do.
Okay.
And so I have quite a few of those because it was like window shopping,
Yes.
All right, I got it.
Great.
I think it was undone before because that was too easy.
Sure. Steve, did you ever see that video where it's like the guy and he's like at like some kind of weird sales training video for FuncoLand?
Yes, I think so.
Where it's like he looks like some kind of bulldog, like he's got makeup on and stuff, and he's on a big chair. Just the weirdest damn thing. Like they picked up a homeless guy and said, "We'll get you some Mad Dog 2020 if you just can read these lines and not pass out." That was the CEO of FuncoLand.
That's insane. Ooh, non-deteriorated foam.
You should
Oh
taste
wow,
it. It probably tastes like that stuff in the jar with the combs
this is
at
all
the
sealed.
barber shop.
It probably does. Apple ImageWriter printer unpacking instructions. We
Ooh,
have a packing list here for Apple IIe, 2 Plus, and 2 personal computers.
beauty.
And under that is a limited warranty.
Mm. Is it void?
No.
Oh,
Printer evaluation report. Please take a few minutes to complete this as soon as you've connected your printer and used it a few times. I've never seen that.
yeah.
And then we have
Sealed books.
sealed diskware, a printer utility program. We have
Finally,
the
part
image-
two. Part
one
two.
and part 2.
Wow.
Then we have a piece of cardboard, and under it is ooh,
Oh, nice.
never freaking touched. Well, except for now.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, and everything's going right back in the box. This is great. Thank you,
Yeah.
Chris. My goodness. So yeah, part 1 is the big one. Part 2 is the like guide to your Apple II. Okay, that's what it is.
Here's the thing, though. Bill Murray doesn't even put on the costume until the last 10 minutes of the book, so I don't know how good it is.
Oh, this is great. This is certainly one of those things I'll get nice, pretty photos of for my videos, in 20 years when I actually film it,
When you have to unseal it again.
What I think I'm going to do is put like some tape under it so it adheres to the tape.
Ah, yeah.
I'm gonna do that later. Because I'm gonna screw it up if I do it now. Oops, the box. No, it's moving. Hold on, let me put this in a better spot.
Okay. I'll just play the theme music while Steve's gone. Oh, he's
So
back.
are we gonna just play that at your booth?
Yeah, that's it. I actually, yeah,
And
I've just got
stand
it on
there
a loop.
with like a hat on that's covering your face until it ends. Oh goodness. Of course I'm gonna forget a gut bomb. That's part of being me. I know you didn't doubt me, Tom. Thank you. Oh goodness. But so Ron, let me make you big for a change. There we go.
Hi.
Hi. We're gonna swap you around so it looks like we're
Wow,
not,
that's even
like,
better.
Yeah, there we go. So
Cool.
so what the heck are you on here for? I forget.
You open up a box of something. It feels like a lifetime ago. So I don't even know.
That was last year, Ron.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Tom Barber, for my nice shelf.
Beautiful shelf.
Patreon paid for this, and then also just a few independent donations from nice people like Steve. And I have another one, but it's not put together, and it will now that sorry. Oh wait, I forgot how heads work. My PVM is missing, so there is going to be another shelf there that will have the rest of my fun things on it, so I can finally
is the other
bring
shelf just filled with like raw sewage in
Yeah,
buckets.
it's
Like,
really, yeah, it's just it's copies of like Anna Nicole Smith's biography. You can't even burn them. They will
the
not
fumes are
even touch
just
them. Yeah. It's I thought I traded all my copies of Pam Anderson's Barbed Wire on VHS, and
I
I
thought
thought
that
I
was
was
a good
trading
trade
up.
at the time.
Yeah, it was a real red paperclip thing, but it was a trade down, it seemed. So
Hey Eric, how's it going? And Joe and Jeremy and anybody else who walked in while we were unboxing stuff. Nathan, hello. Strider, hello. Derek,
yeah.
hello. Hello, everybody.
So I'm giving it the pinch right now, but that's my 840 AV.
It's just a little sad.
Yeah, the board lives at Steve's house now, but the case is there. It
I
looks
give it
great.
about 4.5 years until I fix it, and then it's on its way back to you.
It's fine. It's not pressing.
you're like, I like the idea of the 840 AV. I don't really
Yeah.
want one.
I don't think anybody really does. I mean, I mean, as a Quadra goes, I mean, there's better options. I mean, because you're not going to let's just be honest, you're not going to do any of the stuff that requires any of the DSPs in 2023. You might be like, ooh, I hooked it up and I hooked a VCR up to it and played a video or something. But it's like,
Yeah,
you can do that on a Performa that you got free with a cup of coffee. You know.
See, Bruce did a video with his Quadra, but he used the radio video vision capture. I'm curious if comparing the differences between the quality of the video input on those. But anyway, you're not here to talk about Quadras. You're here to talk about PowerBooks.
I'm here to talk about PowerBooks. Actually, and it's weird because all the PowerBooks I have are like out of reach, except this one. This is a really good one too, because it's this is a PowerBook 160 that has no hard drive, and as an added bonus, no screen.
That one of the screens that's at my house.
Yeah, it's but I actually have like quite a few of these. Like this is actually something Frodo Jedi is going to send me some stuff because
Nice.
he just wants to get like a working 160 because I would just say that I don't want to give away anything about our upcoming panel, but some of those second generation PowerBooks are actually pretty good. In terms of like, hey, like it's got all the features that we're missing off the first series and video output and things like that. I mean, there's some solutions for those first generations that add some of that stuff, but they're unobtainium these days. Yeah. And I just don't know.
Tom says to install a CRT in it.
Yeah, might as well. Actually, that'd be a really cool project to just like put like a small CRT and just have like a bubble, like a PowerBook colored bubble off the back.
Close the lid and the big neck and everything sticking out.
Yeah. It just or you set it on the desk to use it and it flips over like they just brought Fred Flintstone a bunch of ribs.
Oh no, I necked it.
Yeah, exactly. I shut it too hard and I necked it.
Don't touch that analog board. It's gonna zap your PowerBook.
I know.
Oh no, I can't dial up and project at the same time.
Exactly. It's like 2-second battery life.
So you're having a panel. You've graciously allowed me back as a co-host after the debacle.
Actually, you graciously accepted my invitation when I was like, Steve, I still have the photos. And you were like, wait a minute, you still know what I did last summer? And I said, but that was last time. So I still know what you did summer before last.
And then I just started sending you checks. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but maybe money, a few pennies here, will go away. But
so the plan is Saturday night. I don't think we have the very last panel of the night. Maybe we have the second to last panel of the night, because our friend of the show, or at least friend of my show. I mean, I don't know where Steve stands, but Eric's
I love Eric.
Yeah, Eric's Edge is doing a hypercard panel where we are going to
shade at me.
Well, I can't speak for you, Steve. I know how you hate everybody, so I don't want to.
Steve really hates this guy, but I personally like
him. Just with his friendliness and his knowledgeable, I just want to deck him.
No, Dane, I haven't packed yet. It's all your fault.
Yeah, no, but Eric from Eric's Edge, super nice guy. Everybody likes Eric. He is doing
Wizard.
Yes, HyperCard Wizard for sure is going to do a panel right before ours, just talking about some hypercard programming projects he's been working on. Great lead in for us. It's going to be the Mac block. I'd really like next year for somebody to do like a third, like end of the night, so it's like a 3-hour block of just
I
Mac
would love
content.
to do a panel. So last year we did one where it was collecting Maxes for everyone. We went through everything basically all the beige desktops we went through.
Yeah,
Uh,
everything up to the G3 iMac.
yeah.
That's yeah.
And so next year, assuming everything works out, it'd be great to do one like a follow up to that, and maybe split like because to cover all the desktops is crazy, but maybe split some desktops and some PowerBooks. Just talk like let's say 98 to 2002 or something.
Yeah,
Talk
that would
about
be
that.
really like the kind of the John Ivy kind of, or Ive, sorry, the
I mean,
John Ivy, sorry.
you
I
get
I
your
I
Batman mixed up with your designers of Apple.
I says it like I reads it. But the John Ive like period, sort of those
EMAC
machines or
panel.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on all of the like. It's just gonna be the Molar Mac. It's like a full hour.
We say it's an EMAC panel. We have all the EMACs on the table, and we're just like all our backs are in braces because of it. And then we don't even talk about it. We just talk about the Molar Mac.
Yeah. But the plan is, after his panel, Steve and I are going to do a panel that is going to be all about collecting, or like it's, I think the name of it is something that's like collecting PowerBooks is for everyone, or collecting Macintosh PowerBooks is for everyone. But because that is such a, I mean, there's a ton of machines over the years they put that PowerBook name on. And originally they were going to be called Dynabooks.
Oh,
But
really?
I guess some PC manufacturer kind of snapped that name up. And so, because it was like this dynamic sort of
Oh,
thing. And and so they didn't get it in time. So they were like, well, what's better than Dynabook? Oh, PowerBook. Okay, great. So
4-hour discussion on the emates impact in the education market.
it's more kids were crushed by Emacs than any other brand, any other Apple computer.
First, they stubbed their toe on the emate, then it was the Emacs that crushed them and finally dealt the final blow.
So we're just going to basically cover everything from the PowerBook 100 up to sort of like the PowerBook 150. I know that the numbers are all over the place. They didn't release everything necessarily in order, but we address that in the presentation, and then we also kind of take you through the process of like what are the most common things that are repair items, kind of some recommended upgrades. Maybe you talk about some pricing on what you might pay for some of these. Spoiler alert: you better not pay a lot, because you better not pay a lot because they all need help.
Oh
Like
yeah,
if you
and if you've seen any of the recent PowerBook recapping videos I've done, a microscope and very steady hands are required unless you don't care about melting plastic and everything around it on the LCD boards.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unless you really want to take those LCD boards apart and it's like risk like breaking like the separational layers on
Yeah,
all that, like breaking the bonding. I mean, I guess you
and
can.
some of those capacitors are like, and I'm not exaggerating, like 2 to 3 millimeters max away from like the ribbons that make up not the ribbon that connects to the board, because yes, they're close to that too. The ribbons that make up the layers of the connections for the LCD. It's like you slip and oops, Yeah, the 160, 165 is pretty bad with that.
Yeah. And I would say that honestly, something that really like, Elon Musk wasting his money on all the stuff he's wasting on. What he should be doing is restarting a factory to remake all those LCDs.
LCDs, laser discs, CRTs, the trifecta of successful products.
Right. You want to be a futurist, you got to start by being a retroist. And so that's a title that I want. Actually, if that's not a real thing, I'm going to claim that right now. Retroist.
Sure, I'm whatever.
It's a futurist.
As long as the paycheck
I'm just
keeps
saying
coming on.
the antithesis of the futurist. So, but just have something where we can get that factory started back up to get those displays cranking out again, because it's especially those Active Matrix displays. They all want to die, and it's very sad.
I found a display. It has a few scratches on it, I think. But I found one just in a parts drawer. I have no idea what PowerBook it goes for. Probably like a 500 series or something. But I'm like, okay, I put this away at some point because I was like, well, they're not making these anymore. I should probably save it. So,
Yeah. Like I have a number of LCDs that I've just pulled out of machines just to like not even store them in the machines, because I mean if I end up not, like somebody's like, oh, I just need motherboard, or I need, because it's so weird. It's like on some of those models there's 3 boards inside,
yeah.
sometimes 4, because it's, you have the motherboard, which is pretty uniform for all the 100 series except for the 100 and the 150, and then you have the daughter board that actually gives it whatever, like it's, oh, it's the processor, it's the base memory, it's ROM, and then so on some of those models, like that's a
This is a
140
100.
170.
This is a
Oh,
100.
100, sorry.
And
Oh yeah,
so
that's right. Mm-hmm.
that's where the processor lives. And there's the little board for memory.
Yeah, so that's got 4 megs, not too bad. 2 meg stock on those machines, but the like some of like the 160 and all that type of stuff, so they have like the 160, 180, 165, they've got a board in there, and then they have another board that actually has like processor, some RAM and ROM,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called like the cousin card.
Oh, wow.
So it's motherboard, daughter board, cousin card.
Cousin card. Hey,
Yeah.
my cousin, he has a card here. You can get the
Yeah.
computer working.
Yeah, it's yeah, he's really good. He learned out of the best. But
He
no,
grew up on
it's
a 150.
yeah, exactly. Actually, the 150's kind of neat. It's kind of weird compared to all of them. It's more like a Duo than it is anything else.
Yeah.
It uses Duo memory, and it has IDE, and everything is actually integrated onto one board. So I mean that the 150, it might use the PowerBook 100 series, like, or they call them 140s. So like that or that case style, it's like the 140 case. So it might use a case kind of like that, but I mean it's so totally different. Yeah, it's so super cost reduced. I love it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I mean, no spoilers for our panel, but you know, we have like a what you should and shouldn't buy, like our picks or whatever. And although some of the ones that we say you should skip, we're going to be very specific about the reasons because you offer me a PowerBook that's on fire, and I'll say sure, I'll get that from you, because I have a sickness in my head. But for somebody who's not as a glutton for punishment as Ron and I, who are just getting into these machines, maybe you want a PowerBook with an ADB port. Just saying, in case the keyboard and mouse are a little on the fritz, you may want a different input option. Maybe that's just kind of a
I
nice
mean, you can't buy a PowerBook 150 if your plan is that you want, or that you, oh my gosh, I need 2 serial ports. Like I've got to have, I got a MIDI thing and I want to hook up to Apple Talk or something like that. You can't do both. Actually, there's a company, speaking of which, PowerBook 150. It's like the weirdest thing. I'll show this off because
I love this story.
I don't even care. There's people, I'll just walk them to them at Denny's and be like, hey, did you know that? And they'll be like, check, please.
Please, you've harassed my family across the booth. Please.
But there was a company that very, very briefly made this add-on card for the PowerBooks. And actually, this works in a couple of different models, but this is a serial adapter. And this was actually assembled brand new for me in 2023 because the company is still around and they still have parts. This was $70. So I don't know who in their right mind would buy it, but no, it's basically
back in the day. Okay, I thought you paid $70 for it.
I paid $70 in 2023.
Okay,
but it came with some other stuff.
So, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but the board is basically just like it's a.
But now you have bragging rights too.
So. Yeah, it's how many of these are out there? Not a lot. I mean, I could share the information with people if they really wanted to, but basically, it adds a second real serial port to your PowerBook. But the big thing is this: is there are some special chips on there that are end of life, long gone, that do things like wake on ring and stuff. So you could, in theory, plug a real modem into this card plugged into your PowerBook and still have it do like wake on ring and stuff that you would do with an internal PowerBook modem. So this is more than just like serial levelers and stuff like that in a wacky little strange connection on the bottom to plug into your PowerBook. But I convinced the company to sell me this and then actually sell me a couple of unpopulated boards
Oh, that's cool.
and a parts list. So there was, I think that they kind of had it in their head that it was like, oh, this person's going to make some of these. So they were like, we'll try to scare him off. And I was like, yeah, sounds great.
$70, sure.
PayPal sound good.
Like, damn it.
You called their bluff, but no. But yeah, we'll talk about all kinds of little fun add-ons and stuff like the PowerBook 170, PowerBook 140. There was a company that very briefly made a internal video output kit.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's right by the little hinge. The best way to strengthen the hinge on the PowerBook is add more plastic around it.
Yeah, it's really funny because and not even the design that I would have had. I would have had like a little pigtail or some sort of proprietary smaller connection, but no, they were just like, mount a DB15 there and don't even look back.
Yeah.
So you've got like a huge connector like on the side of your PowerBook. I mean, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, very, very convenient, I guess, if you were like docking it, taking it somewhere, plugging in and doing all that. But yeah, not really great. Not really great if you were.
Yeah, imagine like plugging it into your projector or whatever, and then someone trips over the cord, just takes your whole PowerBook with
Yeah, just actually, I saw one because I follow those because I try to find. I've been trying to find one for years because I'd love to get the board just to look at it. You see press shots, but you never actually see the real board. And there was a couple that showed up on eBay in the UK, but the external connection was gone.
Oh, geez.
So I'm thinking, well, somebody pulled the board and pulled that cable, and you know, and so I'm like, I'm not going to buy these on the half chance that they wouldn't be in there. So
you just get like the case of the PowerBook. There's just ants inside. That's like...
Yeah, it's just you open it up and it's just like it's like some sort of British cuisine or something in there. It's just toffee crisps. What?
I guess. All right.
This is how you get ants.
So this will be my third VCF Midwest. Is that the same for you?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So what are you most looking forward to for this year?
I think Sunday driving home. Because then all the pressure will be off and everything will be done, and I'll have had all my fun, and you can kind of reminisce and all that stuff. No, but what I'm really looking forward to is Friday evening, because it seems like that, especially Friday evening is mostly open for presenters and people with booths. So you can load in and do stuff, or if you're a presenter, you can come by and just kind of check out the venue and all that type of stuff. So I love Friday. I love Friday night just because there are some deals that are made that night that don't exist any other time. Like, I'm still kicking myself last year, or actually, is it last year? No, it was 2 years ago. Someone had a booth that was nothing but like Compact Macs. So that was just like,
that was Wooden Gamer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was, well, I didn't want to, I mean,
sorry.
It's okay. I just protected people's privacy, so nobody's like, "Hey, you still got some of those?"
No, he does not.
I mean, I Googled your home address. I mean, I could just stop by, but
sorry.
It's all right.
He's in the chat. It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Thanks again, man. But no, it was he had like some SEs, and I really wanted to get an SE Super Drive, but I wanted like a case that specifically said Super Drive. Or actually, no, I didn't want the Super Drive one. I wanted one that said FDHD. And so he happened to have one, but he also had a Mac 128, and they were both $35. And I was like, and I didn't have a bunch of money. And so I elected to buy the SE. I should have bought the 128.
Oh.
And I went back the next day because I was like, I'll just pick that. Maybe I'll pick it up. But it was already gone by Saturday.
Yeah.
Evening, so
that's the thing. It's like if you, and I always run into this trap too. I walk around the show as fast as I can just to get a glance, like get a an idea of my surroundings and just like see what's what.
Build that mental map.
Yeah. And so if you see me walking around really fast, don't even try and stop me. I'll just run you over. I'm sorry. I just have the blinders on. I'm just looking for quadras. Okay, that's just all I'm looking for. But yeah, you're just trying to see what there is, because if you do pass on something, there's going to be like 50 people behind you that have the same idea you have,
Yeah.
and stuff goes quick, especially on the free pile, or especially things that
Mhm.
people are like, look, it's untested, just look, just take it. But
Yep.
that's also the fun of these events, because you don't know what you're going to find. It could be anything. It could be we found an SE30 network adapter with the box.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
found that was on the free pile. There was found some SCSI cables, very weird long SCSI cables that were on the free pile. I found
Right.
a Voodoo 5 for sale. There's
Yeah, I
you
know.
never know.
Because I was like, Steve, aren't you looking for voodoo cards? And you were like, yeah. And I was like, well, located back around here, laying on a little thing behind,
Yeah,
because it wasn't it was like at the very corner of the room,
yeah,
and they had tubs, and it was like laying on like a thing on the table behind the tubs or something.
yeah.
Because I
Like almost
saw
as
it.
if someone already bought it and it was put aside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was like, back there. It was actually, that's kind of part of the fun too, is like looking around and be like, hey, weren't you looking for this? Weren't you looking for that?
yes,
Go here, let me walk you over there. Okay, make a deal.
yeah,
I
and
like that.
yeah, and I love knowing, oh, Ron's looking for this. Let me tell Ron about this, or so and so is looking for 1.5 and 1.2 meg 5 1/4 drives.
Mhm.
This guy has them. And don't be afraid to ask. Just some tips, like don't be afraid to ask the vendors, like,
Mhm.
hey, like, how much would you do for this and this? Like make a package deal or something, or ask, hey, do you have any more of these? Because some people will have some more stuff in the
Mhm.
truck or their car,
Yeah.
or they just
Oh.
you need to be patient with them, because they're going to be swamped, but also there's lunch
Mhm.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
but you never know. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. And there were several times where people were like, "Oh, I got more of those back in my room. I'm gonna run and have lunch, and I'll come back and I'll bring you a couple."
Yeah.
And so, and it was that happened to me. There was a cable that I was kind of, it was like it was just like a rainbow kind of IDE cable, and
Oh
they
yeah,
had a
nice.
couple of them out there. But I was like, oh, I really, and it was like, oh, I got a couple back in the room. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'll be back, and they just brought them back, and I was like, how much owe you? And they're like, oh, just take them. It's just, you had to wait so long. It's just an IDE cable, and I was like, oh, well, that's really nice. So, but it's there's great little things like that.
Yeah,
So.
and there's a lot going on, so don't just like this. Just a tip for anybody going the first time, because the first time I was overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed, and the show goes by like that, like very quick. I will say most of the talks, if not all of them, are recorded. So if you go to like the YouTubers panel and the lines out the door like it usually is, don't worry, you can watch that later. It's all recorded. They
Yeah.
put them up at a pretty good rate, so that's just one of the things that to keep in mind. But what's nice is when those events are going on, usually it alleviates some of the crowding in the hall. So
Mhm.
I think it's going to be more packed than ever this year. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
But
Now something to keep in mind, because in years past, just kind of as this, because they took a year off for COVID, and as things kind of came back in 2020, or 2021 rather, uh, they uh, they were not really expected, because so many people were there, and they were so excited to just be out and doing things again, that they had like a really banner year. Well, then people that had never made the drive before made the drive,
mhm,
and then the following year, like last year, they were just like, it was crazy,
yeah,
it was packed. And so what they've had to do this year, because they've had so many requests for tables and just space, that they have there was an issue last year where there is a downstairs area, there's another ballroom downstairs. It's not as big as some of the other spaces, but at least it's there on site. There was a wedding there
yeah.
last year, and so people were coming up from the wedding, and they're like, what the heck is going on in this hotel? And it was like, oh, it's a computer show. And they were like, a computer show? Like Best Buy? No.
Think
Yeah.
older and less useful
Yeah. Yeah.
and heavier.
Maybe more like CompUSA? Maybe. But but this year they've rented that downstairs space as well. So what previously used to be the room where they just did talks and panels and stuff on Saturday is now going to be an entirely additional room of nothing but vendors and exhibits and neat stuff to see and
Wow.
do. That's where that's where his table is going to be. If you think about years past where the main stage was, they've got stuff up there kind of looped around. And then I think room C is where they're going to have all the talent this year. They're going to have like Ken and 8-Bit Guy and LGR, and I think Texelec and some other people will be there as well. The kind of the big names. So they will they'll be down there. But we've got a whole other room with like another 100 tables.
Oh God, it's gonna be
Yeah,
nuts. I'm
it is going to
excited.
be nuts.
But and the auction too. Winning Gamers mentioning the auction that was packed last year. But the good thing is like the auction goes on for such a long period of time. People come in, they come out. You know, it's and they're you can stand in the back. You don't have to sit down
Yeah.
for the whole thing. But
Yeah. But what's your favorite? What is your favorite thing going to be, Steve? I'm
I
sorry,
think
I kind of rattled on there.
no, I forgot the question I asked you. So thank you for taking it back. Uh, I think my favorite thing is just like meeting everybody that I met previous years and like people I'm meeting for the first time. Just like it's like a family reunion type thing. It's like, oh, you're here. I haven't seen you in person before, but we email every once in a while when you find a weird thing.
Yeah.
um, the free pile is always dangerous. I always keep some extra room in my luggage just for that. And just seeing like what cool things, because yes, there are a lot of sales, a lot of vendors, but there's also a lot of exhibitors that like just bring like the weirdest machines that you've never seen before. And you're like,
Yeah.
what's that? It's like I would love to learn more about this, and they will tell you more.
Yeah. They're very excited to tell you, especially in the big iron room.
Oh
Like
yeah.
some of those old mainframes and people doing emulation projects on different stuff where it's they'll have like real terminals set up with like a PDP-11 emulator, and everybody's playing Colossal Cave or something like that. I mean, there was uh like a park or like a Xerox
Oh
like
yeah, Alto.
yeah,
Yeah.
Alto rather. Yeah, sorry. There was an Alto there, not last year, but maybe the year before, that was working. It was up. You could actually like click and do things. I mean, it's just really amazing it's one thing to go to a museum, and that's a lot of fun,
Mhm.
but it's another thing to actually be able to sit down there and use these machines and talk to people that are absolutely experts
Yeah. Yeah.
in every possible descriptor of whatever this piece of hardware is, and they're so excited to talk to you about it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just nuts.
Yeah.
So
It's great.
and it's Septandy, so you can absolutely there's a heavy Tandy and Cocoa kind of community presence there too. So if you have ever wanted to kind of get in on that platform, it's a great
Mhm.
place to go and learn. And when I was there, there was like a guy's table that basically just had one of everything,
Oh
where it
wow.
was just sort of, yeah, it was like all the 8-bit
I think I remember
kind
that
of,
had like the wooden shelf and yeah.
yes. And then it was like, and that was just one part of the table. And then there was another part of the table where somebody had actually made like a multi-cart adapter for the Coco 3. And they had also developed like a MIDI cart because they were interfacing it with a keyboard there, and they were able to like send it, like play MIDI music and things like that. And it was like, that's really cool. That, I mean, all the development and all the stuff that's still happening for all these old platforms, it's just nuts.
Yeah, and there was a lot of Acorn stuff there last year, I think, too. Like just like systems you would never see in this country is just neat to be like, oh, I've seen one in person now. I was taking pictures, and I'm like, now I have a picture if I ever have to refer to it.
Yeah, I think, hadn't Sir Clive just passed away kind of right around
Yes, because they
like
had
this time?
someone had a little
Yeah,
printout. Yeah,
yeah. So there was some very respectful sort of things for Clive Sinclair,
yeah,
just
and
kind of commemorating his life and just what an unsufferable person I guess he kind of was. But I
uh,
mean,
well,
he wanted those cars to be a success, but I guess he just was wearing the wrong scarf.
just like Sam saying in the chat, they were overwhelmed when they went in 2021, and yeah, I that was the first year I went, and it was very overwhelming.
Yeah.
I think the best advice I have is like bring a water bottle, because there's like
Yes.
one water fountain, I think.
Mhm.
Bring some cash because the ATM ran out of cash last time, I think. And just take your time. This look, you're not going to be able to buy everything. You're not going to be able to catch everything, but don't go running people over or pushing people out of the way. That's
Yeah.
not the vibe of this
Mhm.
show.
Yeah.
There's it's a I'm going to tinker with this vibe, not I'm going to resell this vibe. So
Mhm.
a lot of
Yeah.
people who are into flipping stuff are not going to probably have a good time. You know,
No, because I think they sniff those people out
yeah,
pretty easy. Because it's like most of the time, like when I heard deals being brokered, a lot of it was you'd go up there and they would have a price on something, and the price was not an eBay price, but the price was like something that was like it's respectful for the fact that I had to drag this here and I'm a collector and I know you're a collector
yeah,
and you know what it's worth and I know what it's worth, but it's still like 30% off
yeah,
what you might get somewhere else. And people were largely very much kind of like, unless it was a deal kind of like you were saying, where it was like, hey, I'm gonna buy like 3 things. I wanna let's wheel on this deal.
yeah. I
Most
don't
of the
want to
time
pay full
people
price for that laser writer that I'm going to have to pay $200 in shipping for.
ship, yeah. So but it's but yeah, no, it's very much like that, where people were very respectful and just sort of like, hey, like we didn't work out a deal, but I might know somebody that wants this exact thing, and this might be the deal they're looking for. So it's I will say that people were a little intragnizant to sorry, that's a Futurama word. They were a little yeah, um not excited on Friday night or Saturday to
Yeah,
kind of lower prices on things.
yeah,
Like Sunday morning, people are kind of like seeing like it's like I got to carry this stuff home. So
yeah,
let's maybe I had it slightly too high, I'll lower something. But
yeah. You're going
generally,
to get the best deals on Sunday. If you are
yeah.
going around asking for low prices on Friday or Saturday, people are not going to be amused. So
Yeah. But if you go up to somebody's booth and there is a Tupperware tub sitting there, like a 50 or like a 55 quart Tupperware tub, and is full of cables, and you reach in there and find the 3 cables you want, they're probably gonna be like, I don't know, like $3, $4 for all of them. They don't even know what they got. They just know that they don't want to carry it home, and
yeah,
it's just sort of like,
yeah. So, but Dana asked a good question. If you're selling something or a bunch of stuff, how do people get a hold of you to tell you if they're interested? Well, usually, if you're selling stuff, the best way for people to do that is you stay at your table. A lot of the time, you will pass by, there'll be stuff for sale, and nobody could find you. They're going to walk by. Some people I've seen in the past put up like a little tent, like a little folded piece of paper, or like your phone number, your email, your text message, your I don't know, PayPal or whatever.
yeah.
Just so you have something to refer to, like a QR code or something.
Mhm.
But if you want to sell something and you're not just dumping stuff on the free pile, you're probably
Yeah.
going to have to stay at your table. And most of the time, yes, you're going to miss out on perusing and walking about. But it's not saying you can't take breaks. It's just saying people they don't want you to show up, put a bunch of stuff on your table, and be like, I'm gone. Just walk away. That's not the kind of show this is, because people will be like, well, whose stuff is this? And some might disappear. Not that usual type of crowd where this stuff happens, but if something's sitting on a table and there's not a clear indication of whose it is or what it is or what, you don't want anybody getting ideas.
There were times on that like 2021 show that I was just like standing at a table and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
where is everybody? Don't know, nothing's written down, don't know anything. And then there's a lot of other tables where people will have like a little thing out where it's like, hey, I will return at 2
oh yeah,
p.m. Until then, here's my phone number. Just call me. Send
yeah.
a text or send me get on my mud server and create a character, and then it's
If
like,
you defeat the dragon, then
yeah, it's sorry, all my sales are complete role play. I got a RP sales server for all my retro gear.
oh god, that's
uh
what Sean's gonna do.
Verily, kind sir, what doth art thou asking for yon mouse?
Cereal or bus,
uh
oh. Yeah, but I mean,
P-
they're not gonna
PS Ghosts.
they're not going to yell at you if you're not at your table, but the expectation is if you're selling stuff, you should be there well enough that people know where to find you. And if you sold all your crap, then good for you. You could wander around. But I mean, you want to make sure that your stuff is out there, so and you have the means to talk to somebody and
Yeah.
all that fun
Keep
stuff.
keep yourself available. Make sure that
Put a
you've
sign up
got
at least, yeah.
yeah, put a sign up. Yeah, put on a clean shirt. Put on a clean shirt and put up a damn sign. And clean up your room. Your mother's going to be home in 20 minutes.
I will say one of my favorite experiences from the last the last year or so was walking into the room and smelling the burning dust from all the CRTs. And like, that's a smell I haven't experienced in a long time.
Yeah. Or all the young people that just had to make a quick pass through that room because they still have working hearing.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
zoop. Nope, gotta go. Yeah.
I will eat all the cookies, Dana, and your computers will disappear. How about that? Oh goodness. Well, I don't want to keep
Well,
you for too long.
I'm
Because
really excited. I'm
I'm
all
excited too.
excited about this event because I got to drive like 6 hours tomorrow. Actually, I get into town tomorrow. I as soon as I kind of figured out the general weekend that this was going to be,
Yeah.
which is very easy to do because they block this off like a year in advance.
Yeah.
So you just go to the Clarion website and you figure out exactly the weekend when all the rooms go to like $600, and that's the weekend. But
It's a really big wedding, Ron.
yeah, it's just like it's like boat inside a boat wedding. It's I mean, not where I would have my millionaire wedding, but still. But I made a reservation for the Thursday because I was like, you know what? I've been busting my hump to get up there like on
Yeah,
Friday, and
yeah.
I'm
It's
like,
different if you're
it's just
flying in, but yeah.
yes, yeah. It's just an extra day. If you're just coming in, but this year I've got I had a table last year, but it was mostly just as a place for us to have a base of operations,
Yeah, which I
and for
really
and
sincerely appreciated.
yeah, and for Tom Barber to like have me stand there for 8 hours and sell blue scuzzies for him, and then in the end, he like flipped me a quarter and he was like, "Keep the change, kid." Oh, jeez. Oh, Mr. Barber. Oh,
That's
it's
the
so
perfect
exciting.
example of being overwhelmed, though, because that was Tom's first time there. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to sell blue scuzzy. Ooh, shiny!" And that was just we didn't see Tom for the whole day.
Yeah, he left a bunch of stuff there for us to sell, and it was like, it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah, no.
But at the same time, it was nice to have a little base of operations that people could come down and sit, and if they made a big acquisition, they could bring it back to the table. And I had tape. I'm famous for blue painter's tape. I had blue painter's tape and a marker, and it's just like, all right, what do we got here? All
Yeah,
right, there you go. It's reserved for you. No one will mess with your stuff now. So
yeah. And yeah,
yeah,
there's stuff to do fairly around the area. There's the Galloping Ghost Arcade, like Sam has mentioned. I didn't know about that last year, so I think Monday, if Tom will still be driving around, I'd love to do that before my flight leaves. But
yeah,
yeah, that'll be fun. I mean, there's so many things. There's so many talks. The VCF Midwest website does have a list of the talks, and I'll put that up here if I could actually type
yeah.
on my keyboard. Oh no, it's keyboards. There we go.
I think next year, if we plan better,
What is this planning you
I'll
speak of?
I know, I know. I thought we planned really, really good this year because we had like a Google Doc and everything for like tracking when people are getting to town and meals and other things like that. But I think next year it'd be really great to see who all could stay on Monday
Hmm.
and do some stuff in the city maybe one day. Like go to the Museum of
Yeah,
Science and Industry or go see the Millennial Park or go to the Willis
or
Building.
just take a breather without an event going on, and just
Yeah.
like, hey,
Hmm.
let's have lunch with without the like, oh, we have to get back for this thing.
Right. I want to go somewhere that isn't like that doesn't serve shake cake or cake shake rather. Sorry.
Okay, you want someone in the comments was like, what was a funny event or something? It wasn't at the event, but my first time meeting Ron in person, and this was 2021, and
Yeah.
I am a vegan, so I'm picky when it comes to eating. but Ron was going to eat someplace. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll come with you. And he's like, oh, this place is famous for their cake shakes.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically described the most revolting process to make a shake, which is
Yeah.
any of the cake that hasn't sold from like the previous month. They put in a vat, it ferments for a while, you know, a day. I know. I'm exaggerating. This is how you get the views, Ron.
I know.
You got to sell it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So they put it in like some vat and they add whatever and they make a shake and they sell you this shake. And so Ron was sort of hyping this up. And you know, he orders it and then they just like put it on the side and he goes to grab it and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take like a big swig of it and you're just like, yeah, that's bad. You just like put it down. And I'm like, are you serious? He's like, no, it's hot garbage. Like,
it's vile. Actually, the place we're talking about is Portillo's, which is kind of a Chicagoland tradition. It's almost like buying from Empire Carpet. It's like so ingrained in Chicagoland that it's
don't ask how the slurm is made. Yeah, exactly.
oh 549 or what is it? It's
Empire today.
Today. That's only later. That only came later. But yeah, so it is very much a institution, Portillo's. But it's sort of like there's a bunch of little restaurants inside of one big restaurant. And so there'll be like a place that, oh, we just do Philly cheesesteaks. Oh, we just do salads. Oh, we've got corn dogs and hot dogs or corn dogs and burgers and things like that. Oh, we just do fried chicken, whatever. We just do Italian stuff. And so you can take your family there and spend like $300. But everybody got what they wanted. And so I'm largely vegetarian. I'm Mathist. So there's a lot of stuff there that is not things I can eat, but Portillo's is famous for their chocolate cake.
Fun is over. So, perfect way to say it.
I know. But they're famous for their chocolate cake. And so somebody there, way fatter than me, decided that like what we'll do is we'll take the day old cake and we'll blend it into a milkshake and then give that to people. Yes. Okay, here's the texture. Yes, it's a milkshake. But if you've ever drank after a toddler, if you're a parent and you ever drank after your child, that's what it's like. There's just like shit floating in it. And it's just like, it's little rough chunks of things. And it's just, you just take one sip and nope. I'm done with that.
I am glad my restrictions did not allow me to partake because I would you hyped it up so much that if I could, I would have been like, you know what, I'm going to try. You know,
well, you should. I mean, if there was ever a way that they made a cake that met with your dietary restrictions,
we're just going to put a whole gallon of soy milk in this. Who cares? No one can eat it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever figured out a way to make the chocolate cake in a way that would be acceptable for vegans,
somehow we made it worse.
You should try it. You should try it just to say that you tried it.
After my third bypass at the hospital, I was feeling much better.
I had a bite of I've tried like I get the dessert. I try like one bite, and the chocolate cake's really great.
Just not when it's in shake form.
Just not in shake form. It's like Alf and Pog form. Just not working for me.
But yeah, a word of warning to anybody who is coming to the show hungry. The built-in like cafe in quotes that the hotel has is really just like we're gonna microwave things and this is what we got. So there are restaurants and supermarkets and stuff around the area, so you can get an Uber or Lyft or taxi or whatever if you don't have a car. I'm personally bringing like just some like microwavable meals because the rooms have microwaves and a little mini fridge. At least I remember they did last time. Just because you're going to be running around, you're going to get dehydrated and you're going to forget to eat. And then it's going to be 6 p.m. You're like, why do I have a headache and want to kill everybody? Oh, I forgot to eat lunch. So be prepared.
Yeah, don't get hangry. Yeah, but if you do drive to site, you might even consider, if you get there in the morning, if you try to get there at like 11 o'clock on Saturday, you probably won't find a parking spot.
Yeah.
Do not make the mistake of parking. There's like a municipal parking lot that's kind of next door. They get really agitated about people parking over there, even though it is public parking. seemingly they're beefing with the hotel and have since forever. They will tow your car.
Hmm.
The advice would be make sure that you get to site early and then you don't move your car. It will probably be worth the Uber ride to
Yeah,
take it off site to go have lunch, or go and have lunch and come back at 4 or 5 o'clock.
they
And
did
then
say our gracious hosts at the waterfront have arranged a deal
ah,
with the Public Works building, located just south
nice.
of the hotel, so that your guests may park in their western lot on Saturday only.
Okay.
Parking is available on Riverside Drive, but please do not park in any of the other business lots nearby. You will be towed.
Mhm. Fine print, it says 12 to 12:05 p.m. Got it.
I'm good for
It's
4 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the caddies getting to use the pool at on Caddyshack. It was like they had 15 minutes one day a year for caddy swim.
Oh God.
Well, that's really good that they worked that out because again, it's going to be nuts. Jeremy from Jeremy's Retro Bar was talking about how he's going to be there and he'll be there with his spouse, and they actually are going to use electric scooters.
Oh,
They're
smart.
staying somewhere else and they're going to come in. So there actually is a walking biking trail that connects very close to the hotel. At least this is what my understanding is from what Jeremy has said. And they are going to, and it connects to their hotel. So they're going to be able to just like just buzz right over.
That's smart.
Yeah. It's going to be tough getting that 21-inch CRT back with them, but but Jeremy's a problem solver, so I think we're going to get this. Yeah.
A Sunday, usually there's a bit of a lighter crowd. I mean, Ron and I are addicts, so we go both days. But some people will just show up for the one day. Attendance is free. So, but usually Saturday is a bigger draw. So it's a longer day, so you have more attendance on there. But yeah, Eric has a great idea. Park and never leave.
Yeah, park and never leave. It's a real Hotel California parking situation.
Yeah.
Check in anything you like, you can never leave.
Yeah. And pro tip, if you are thinking of, oh, I might need an extra battery or cable or something, I'll just have it shipped to the hotel. Just make sure it'll get there in time, because it's interesting. I had to order a camera battery at last minute, and I ordered it, and it actually got to like the Amazon box, like at the gas station 5 minutes down the road quicker than it would have at the hotel. So just explore your options if you're in a pickle, but try and prepare.
Yeah,
And
I've
don't
had bad
procrastinate
luck.
like we are.
Yeah, I've had bad luck with that, with shipping things to the
Yeah.
hotel. Because I guess I have a friend who owns a hotel, and his business manager, they are under like strict like sort of stuff where if you get an Amazon package or something like that, to just reject it. It doesn't matter who
Oh
it's to,
wow.
because I guess they had situations in the past where people would send something and make it care of the whatever hotel, to
Oh
make sure that it actually makes there, where it's not like somebody doesn't live here, send it back. And so it would come care of the hotel, and they would have people in their office like open those packages, and it would be like light bulbs, or it would be like it's a weird item that would be like, who ordered these
yeah.
weird halogen lights? And then you would get a bill in the mail 7 days later.
Oh geez.
You accepted shipment of whatever this was. So what happened was I actually tried to ship something there to his hotel, and I even called there and said, "Hey, I'm gonna have this shipped, and here's this, and here's the tracking number. Can you put a note up?" No, they still rejected the
Hmm.
package when it came in, because just the wrong person was at the desk when UPS
Oh
showed.
geez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the first time I think I had shirts mailed directly to the hotel. It wasn't the Clarion. I was staying off site, but
mhm,
always, never want to assume. I called. I said, look, I'm just having this shipped. Has my name on it. Has my room number on it, because I wanted to make sure they knew who I was. And they
mhm.
said, oh yeah, no worries. We get that all the time. So you always want to double check. But yeah,
So
I'm
yeah.
I'm super excited. I'm Mr. Macintosh. I'm ready. Yes, yes.
This is the year he's doing a face reveal.
I mean,
Pretty.
walking around with the Mac Classic on his head was pretty funny the first two times, but
It was, but it seems hot.
it's the little squirrel fan is like,
Yeah. Got to upgrade to a Noctua. Come
yeah.
on now. Oh, he says, wait, what?
I forgot to put on my face today.
Yeah, it's no, he is like many people kind of it's just like, yeah, I want to be anonymous at these things, so I don't blame him.
No,
So
no, no. Yeah, no, it's
I don't blame
oh, please. I'm trying to go to the bathroom and Ron comes in. Can I have your autograph, sir? Sir,
him.
Mr. Clint Passenger. Can I have your autograph, sir?
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like standing at the urinal next to LGR. Hey, can I get your signature? And it's like, well, I'm kind of indisposed of man. That's all right. This is a very absorbent. I'll just
Yeah,
put it
I'm
down there.
holding up a
Just
bounty
you're
towel here.
already you're already holding your pen. You know what I'm saying? Just sign it. It's fine.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not that level of popularity.
Oh my
Otherwise,
gosh. Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised though. Last year, I was standing out in the hallway, and there were like 3 or 4 people just lining up because they wanted to say hello. And I'm
Mhm.
like, let's move out of the hallway. It's
Yeah.
just like
Let's
I didn't.
let's go.
This year, I have a banner. So if you're looking for me, Ron was very gracious to help me print out a banner.
Yeah. It looks sharp too. It looks sharp.
And Ron's banner is great. I stole a lot of great ideas from his. Uh, so if you see our banners, that's the booth where we're going to be. Of course, there's the chart on the website and everything that shows
B2. B2.
B2.
B2.
Think of grade B, which is, we're grade B people, as far as YouTube is concerned. And think 2 of them. So B2.
Yeah, think
That's
of
all I got.
think of the terrible fatty Star Wars or mechs from like the super battle droids from the Attack of the Clones. Those are B2s. There will
Oh,
be none of those anywhere near my booth. Thank you.
oh yes. Yeah, well, whatever galactic spaceship battle droid thing you want us to be, we will try. For that $1, you're going to get a signature and an impersonation.
Yeah. So actually, we're gonna have some cool stuff there at the booth. I'm gonna have a lot of my kit stuff that I've
Yeah.
recently been putting out. I'll also have I I will have to call and see if they actually arrived. But I got some Blu-rays in from the distributor.
Oh, nice.
And I also got some headshots, and I also got some other little things. I got fun things to sign at my booth. So I hope that you will come by where I can sign fun things for you.
I got some buttons. I don't have too many of them. I don't have dozens and dozens and dozens, but I have a good amount of buttons. So if you come to the booth and you ask for a button, even if see, Ron already got his through the magic of the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I just reached in. I was pulled it
if
right
you-
out of Steve's lap.
if you don't see buttons or stickers at the booth, ask me or ask somebody there. We'll get some more. The thing is, we usually put out like a spread of like, because normally they're just giveaways, so we're not going to ask for money or anything. But people will take them. So if there's none on the booth, it doesn't mean that there aren't any. It just means yeah, exactly.
I'm really good at like reach straight through, and I just got more.
You
stuff,
stole
more
my
swag.
sticker, Ron. I don't know where it went.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's crazy.
Ron's gonna have his cool doodads too, little PCB boards, and he's gonna be selling a bunch of stuff. So I'm excited for that.
Oh, hey, look, it's Tom Barber. Oh, look at that! Just a whole wad of them. That's crazy.
I'll have a scary bearded old man stickers to hand.
Yeah, I'll have I think I'll have just a few buttons this year. I mostly went in on stickers because people really it's a button is, I guess, maybe more of a commitment for people somehow. So I was like, hey, take a button, and they're like, I just ate. Like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I think last year I haven't ordered any new buttons or stickers because I was too busy with other stuff to even remember. But I think I had quite a few things already. Words. I have quite a bit left over from last time, so I should be okay. But there's not like dozens and dozens of them, so
I also have some very some show exclusive button or stickers that will only be gifted to people in very specific situations. Like I made a bunch. I say a bunch. I made like 20 of those ready for PowerPC upgrade
Oh,
stickers
nice.
for the PowerBook 500 series, and I guess the Duo 280 and some other machines. If I encounter those out on the floor, I'll be asking people if they don't have the sticker on it, if they want one.
Nice.
I as a colorblind person, I think they look really good. I think that they look very, very close. I put one on mine, and I can't tell the difference, but
Nice.
I don't know 100% what I'm looking for either. So I think most people will just be like, "Oh yeah, that's really neat." I hope.
Why are you putting stickers on my computer?
Sir, does this rag smell like ether? Gotta go.
Oh goodness. Yes, and Taylor and Amy stickers everywhere. That
I
was
know.
so funny.
It's I
They had
think
the
they were
big
just
stickers too.
I
Like
know, they're
they
just
were
going
great.
for real estate. I was
Yes.
like, yeah, I was like, "Hey, I'll put the Taylor and Amy sticker on."
On the side of my Mac Portable, I guess.
I
Like
guess it looked great on the side of my G5, I guess.
yeah,
I
like
mean,
the whole side of it.
yeah. Yeah. Like literally, I mean, if it's like if you had like a crack in your case, it's just perfect. You just plaster it right over it.
Yeah, I have one of their stickers right there. So that's where I usually put a lot of the stickers, and I have a toolbox with capacitors in it. That's right. I almost fell. Got Jeremy's Retro Bar, JCM,
Oh yeah.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
Some Action Retro Guy. You know,
Yeah. That's some totally normal computing.
totally normal capacitors. Yeah. Yeah, Sean will be there too. He's only gonna be like a few tables away, so I'm excited for that. He's lugging stuff with him. Oh, I love the frog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that'll be
I
fun.
love the frog. Whoever designed this frog, really great. Really great. I don't know
Thank
who
you.
designed that frog.
Yeah, I take full credit because I did do it.
Yeah. I love it. I've got that frog find sticker on a bunch of stuff. I need to get a couple more of those. Those are
Yeah,
really cool.
I swiped a few from him when we were at East, but I don't know where that bag went. So, well, I don't want to keep you too long, Ron, because I know
You've said that a couple times. We should just wrap it up. It's
No,
actually hey,
just
Steve,
saying.
10 more minutes. 10 more minutes,
Okay,
Steve.
fine, that's fine.
Okay, how about 7 minutes and 20 seconds, Steve?
Oh,
That would be
all right,
exactly 2 hours.
Sean is driving, I believe. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Sean is driving.
He's making the trip. So which is good because if I buy something bulky, I know I'll just give him a few dollars for gas and that's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are headed back east.
Good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Frodo Jedi Frank worked out a deal with Jeremy from Jeremy's Retro Bar, which actually I've got one of his coasters here.
Oh,
Those are
nice.
very nice, and his stickers are like those
Holographic, yeah.
holographic ones. Those are really neat. He actually sold him 3 SEs and 3 Classic 2s. And he was like, "Well, just come pick them up." And he's like, "I live in New York." And he was like,
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Whoopsie. So anyway, so I ran up there and I picked him up because I figured it'll be some thing happening where I'll be there and Frank will be there. So, but it's Sloopy.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
very
yeah.
kind,
Oh,
yeah,
great.
because he is gonna Sloopy Malibu and Frank are getting together to work on something maybe next month, and so he was very kind and he said, "Oh yeah, I'll carry him over there." So I'm like, "Oh,
Well,
that's
that's
great."
awesome. Yes, I saw that too, Mr. Macintosh. You posted there was like some guys bringing like a truck of random computer reset stuff. So that'd be cool. Driving a pair of Dell Precision 670 Xeons that will not be coming back.
Yeah, I'm driving. Like, are you? Well, you're not bringing anything like
No, I was
big because you're flying.
yeah, I was gonna repair something or at least look at it, but thankfully you're here and I didn't have to do anything of physical labor. Oh, I almost forgot to mention these. I will do some sort of giveaway at Ron's table for these mouse pads. It was technically used, but I couldn't order anymore because timing. But yeah, I have some cool mouse pads. I might have a shirt. So I'll have like some stuff, but there'll be giveaways. I'm not selling anything. I might have like a promo code for the Mac84.net shop or something like that. But yeah, I was gonna
I'm really excited. I want a mouse pad because it's gonna look great on my display.
Yeah.
I need a mouse pad.
I was gonna bring this, but then I realized it has a sad. Oh no, I didn't test this one. This is the one I didn't test. This is a 1400C that I got at East. And dumb me, I cracked this while loading it into the car. But that's okay.
It don't take much though. It don't take much.
No, and it's missing like the little speaker grill area, but it looks to be in good shape. So I didn't even test it yet. Have no idea if it works. But
It looks good keeping those papers in place, though, Steve. So
Yes.
you're good.
And I forgot to unbox this. This is a data selector, folks. Ron, you'll like this. What do you think I select with this data?
Is it going to be serial connections? Is it going to be?
It's actually useful.
What? It's a KVM.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Wow, that seems so dangerous.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It seems so dangerous. It's like chunk, and you just like the egret just goes, fuck it.
I'm not sure if I'll actually use it, but it had the box. It actually says Belkin, so I wonder if this is actually like a Belkin.
But is it like BHELLKEN? Belkin.
I mean, who knows? But I mean, just listen to that.
That's a serious click.
That's all the voltage escaping.
Yeah. I was gonna. It's just turning that switch generates static electricity.
Why is my computer turning on and off?
All the nylon in there. It's crazy.
Well, anyway, I'm super duper excited for VCF Midwest this year. I look forward to seeing you there, Ron, and everybody else. And any other thoughts? Passing pieces of wisdom, nuggets of joy, lottery numbers.
Yeah, I would just say make sure to stay hydrated, and if you come to site, bring a snack or something with you. The little they don't have like a breakfast there. They have like a cafe where everything is just like oh, here's your $7 breakfast sandwich and things like that. So if you're staying on site,
why does it say Jimmy Dean on the side of it?
Yeah. If you're not into that kind of panini kind of operation, it might do you good to stop by Sam, or I don't even know.
I think there's a Walmart.
Whatever. Yeah, like whatever. I meant to. I was trying to say Ralph's. But whatever the Piggly Wiggly. I don't know what shops there are, but it's you might want to stop by Winn-Dixie and make sure that or Hy-Vee and make sure that you pick up whatever it is you might need for breakfast and a snack during the day and things like that. Even if you're just coming in, bring some water, bring some granola bars, and try to make the best of it. And just pace yourself.
Yeah, pace yourself. And I think last year a lot of people missed one of us running around. So what we'll try and do, and we'll figure out the timing when we're there, look at the schedule and everything. But we'll try and do is set like at least like an hour or two where we'll be dedicated. We know we'll be at the table. Mm-hmm. So I could sign something or give you a sticker or whatever you want. Because last year there was a lot of like, oh, I missed you. And I was like, oh, well, I was running around doing this, helping somebody with this, and signing someone's this or doing that, and it's a whirlwind of a show. So if I don't stop and say hi as I'm running towards something, please don't be offended. Come to the table. Mm-hmm. We'll say hello, give you a sticker, do our secret handshake and all that fun stuff. And it's just a whirlwind of a show. Again, it's just like crazy stuff is happening. So go by the table. We'll say hi.
If you're a process server, we will all be staying at the Ramada Rama Dome in Clinton, Illinois that weekend. You just swing by and you can serve whatever you need to serve to us there.
Yes, that's where we will be the whole time.
There. That's where my table will be.
This guy, he thinks his name is Ralph. Just give him the paper. It's fine.
It's fine. So, Steve, thanks for inviting me on, man. I had a really good time.
Thank you.
I am going to go ahead and borrow your Power CD, though. I think. Let me just
no. You're just going to steal the heavy CRT.
Let's see what's on the bottom shelf here. Oh, Steve, a Quick Take 150. How did you know?
You shouldn't have. Why don't you take one of these leaky G5s?
I already ate.
But Ron, I mean, we're going to have to get used to each other's smells. We'll be right next to each other.
I know, it's true. You have to stop using that bacon scented deodorant, Steve.
I switched over to the cheddar cheese one, so we should be okay.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. Yeah. No, Quick Take 150. But it's this is the only one I got the box for. I do have a Quick Take 100 in here as well, but
I have the box for a QuickTake 200 AC adapter, which is the weirdest thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'll bring like I have a Fujifilm 3D camera. That is fun. I think I'll bring that as my weird camera.
You can do that with this.
Look at the pixels. We got 640 by 480 times 2.
Yeah. Actually, my 150 doesn't work. Like the shutter doesn't open.
Oh, geez.
One day crack it open, figure out what's going on.
Just get the hammer out. Just do it right now.
It's for the best. Yep. Angular velocity adjustment there.
Well, Ron, thank you so much for stopping by. And
yeah, thanks for having me over.
We'll be at VCF Midwest this coming weekend. Please stop by, say hello. Our autographs are very reasonably priced, just $50. You know.
Mine is considerably less than that.
Yes. Steve's is too expensive. He won't sign it. Give me the $5. I'll do.
Yeah, it's fine. It's I'll just have like a little fanny pack on with like I'm taking all of Steve's money. Thank you. It's now just line up. Just go ahead.
At the end of the day, here's your cut, Steve, and it's 2.5 pennies.
Yeah, it'll be like when Steve Jobs sold that copy of Breakout to Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's your $75, man. Man, you're raking it in.
Well, I hope our procrastinating helped everyone else pack. So enjoy, safe travels, see everybody at the event, and have a great one. We'll see you guys.